three components of color in the neon tube are gas, what sort of illumination gas we put inside, the color of the glass itself, and then sometimes there's a phosphor coating inside the glass tubing that also imparts color. So gas, glass, and phosphor. Now, the five basic gases, or the five known gases that we use in neon production are, if you look, you probably saw this, the display there on the wall, neon, argon, helium, krypton, and xenon. And so those are the different colors of gas. Now, in the sign industry, the two basic gases that are used are neon, which is that bright red orange you see in all the open signs, and combination of argon with mercury. So red and blue. And the reason they use those two gases is because they are the brightest. And you can see.
And that's just the difference in the phosphorus.
Yeah. See now, no UV, all white. There's pink, purple, green, blue, a little pinker pink, there's a white, and there's another blue in there. Now in these tubes, the color is actually in the glass itself. There's not a phosphor coating in this tube. So when you look at the yellow, the glass is actually yellow, but this yellow has a white phosphor in it. So these are a couple pieces of aquamarine, and it's exactly the same glass, but one's got a white phosphor coating, and the other one has no coating in it. Electric blue I told you about, you get that whole range of color. And then here, where everything's filled with neon, you see, now you have different shades of pink and orange. Yes, the two tubes are identical, the difference is the gas. Now, what I've done here is I've made another sample tube, and I've taken each of the colors. This is the uncoated version of ruby, this is the coated version of ruby. Uncoated orange, coated orange. Uncoated nobial, coated nobial. Uncoated light green, coated light green. Uncoated emerald green, coated emerald green. Uncoated turquoise, coated turquoise. Uncoated cobalt, and then coated. And you see they're all in the same tube, but we've got pretty much the whole range of color here using blue gas. This is called a crossfire. And the crossfire is for like any sort of tight bend. There's only like 6 or 7 really tight bends. There's like a 90, 45, obtuse, there's double back, and you also can do splicing. You can fuse the glass together with this one. The ribbon burner, of course, is for curve. Basically, you can heat up like 3 inches. You can heat up all the way to like 16 inches of glass with the ribbon burner. So it's just used for different for curve. And the hand torch or the tipping torch is used for welding and doing little adjustments of small, very tight operations. And what I do is I look at the pattern and just kind of figure out my approach to it. So I think I'm going to do I'm going to do glass tight bend. Then there's tools or glass very important. Then there's tools or very important the blowholes. Corks. You add blowholes in the cork, make the bend that flattens out, you blow into it, blow into the tube. So the cork is right there. It's just a very soft pencil that you bend. It's still very soft pencil. It's marking 2 diameters of glass. I know it takes. So what I'm doing is marking 2 diameters of glass. I know it takes 2 diameters of glass to make that 90-degree bend.
Corks on the other end.
Yeah. Yeah, you always want that in there. So I'll go to the crossfire. When the glass starts getting into the temperature range, you'll see that it's starting to glow a little bit. And I got to be careful not to push it together or pull it apart. Now it requires another bend right here where the electrode's going to go. So I'll mark for that, but I've got to go on to this next one because I've got to make sure this whole letter form is stable when I go to pop that up. So I make sure everything's on the pattern. Mark where the next pin's going to go. Very evenly heated and to the proper temperature in order for me to bend it. So I'm rotating the glass 90 degrees, sweeping through the fire. To the top, make the bend. See it's a little bit flat. Fluff it out. Yeah, sometimes the glass, because of the heat, change in heat stress, you go back to the fire, it'll just pop. Typically, all the glass drops. Now, see, the reason this goes up like this is because we need to be able to plug it into the sign, and that's where the electrode will go. So that's why I'm doing it like that. Sometimes you'll see electrodes that are just double backed. You'll see what's called border tubing. You'll see that the electrode is just double back and then the wires connected. These will all plug into sockets like this, called housings. That'll all become very apparent. Okay, so mark for the next bend, make sure everything's still on the pattern. Yeah, and if you have any questions while I'm going along, I can certainly